Hello again. You know who I am. Well, I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible, even though every time I say that, I go for like 40 more minutes. But those who like to listen to that thank you very much. But a lot of people I understand are just like, okay, get to the point. But anyways, that's besides the point. Okay, so um, I know a lot of videos like this still get hate because they're like, oh, it's your damn fault that you're that big, and that may be true, but paperwork says otherwise. Test through all the medical shit that I've been through say otherwise. But at the same time, there are things I can try and see if it works for me. A lot of people suggest, oh, go to the gym, you know, or stay at home and lift cans, but that shit didn't work for me. Anything that involves lifting weights or doing things that okay, like this. I know this may look like I have Sprite in here, but this is really water. See if I shake it up? Because I was using it for this for the longest time. But that didn't do shit for me. In terms of weight loss, anyway. I mean, let's be honest. That's Mousy, by the way, back there. She's probably coming here and finding a place to lay down and chill, because she's been acting a little strange today. Anyways, as most of you have heard, or that I've spoken in the past, I did weigh 450 pounds. But thanks to this new walking and running regimen I be doing every other day, I don't do it every day because the fear of getting shin splints because of my weight, and I do get pain in my legs from the impact because I can't go to a pool because, for one, they want money, and I just don't have any money. All my money goes towards bills and living expenses and caring for my animals. That's okay. As long as my legs are still able to do it, I will always be able to walk and run. If that stops, then maybe I'll take the time to do something or find something in my budget to go to a pool and still do that. But us fat people don't like to go to a pool, because we all had the fucking piece of shit fattest there that stare at us and be like, oh, look at his tits, hee hee hee, and you just want to slam their fucking head against the wall. And unfortunately can't do that because you get arrested. But it would be nice to do. Anyhow, I mentioned in the past I weighed 450 pounds. Well, through changes in my diet, exercises every other day, and watching what I eat, portion sizes, things of that nature, watching what I drink. I drink mostly just tea and water. I barely have a soda, one here and there. I now weigh 400. Still not a great number, but it's a lot better than it was 6 months ago. And I'm going to continue doing my exercises and seeing if I can work my way a little more down from 400. I'm still doing the running and the walking. I'm at a mile and a half still. I'm trying to work my way up to 2 miles, but when I get to that mile and a half mark, I get horribly fatigued and out of breath. But it's a work in progress. I know my body will let me know when I'm ready to do that. Because I'll be honest, the first time I went out walking when I was getting serious about this was I was walking just around the block one time. That's all I could do. It felt like someone was taking their hand, grabbing my muscles in my back and just yanking down like this, like forcing me to sit down because it was just so painful. And I'll admit it sucked. But I did once around the block, came back home, and I was like, that sucked. My legs didn't hurt, surprisingly, but my back was murdering me at the time. It was just the pain, unreal. It was unreal. um, but yeah, I started doing that. I did that for about a week. Then the second week I doubled the walk, like I was able to walk 2 or 3 blocks around the house. Or around the block. Around the house. That'd be dumb. Around the house. Around the block. And I increased it every week or every 2 weeks. And I remember when I was walking four, four blocks, and 4 laps is a half mile. I have that piece of shit phone. I use the pedometer application on it. It's probably not accurate, but it gives me an idea of how far in distance that I'm going. So 4 laps equal half mile. And I was doing that for a while, thinking, okay, well, if I walk a half mile every day, and continue my regimen of the meals. I mean, because at the time I was eating white rice, white bread, and in turn comes to find out all that walking with eating those things that were white was doing more harm than good. In fact, I wasn't losing jack fucking shit. I was either at a standstill or my weight was slightly increasing. And then sat there and I told myself, I'm like, I gotta find what's in my diet that's bad for me. And sure enough, I found out anything white is high in carbs and most likely is a culprit to weight gain. So I'm like, okay, well, there's a way to rectify this. I can eat oatmeal bread, wheat bread. There's all sorts. I love wheat bread. Wheat bread is one of my absolute favorite breads. I just don't get the Great Value brand because I don't think that's real wheat. A lot of companies, I guess, have a tendency to make some kind of food additive that adds the flavor of wheat and then uses the food coloring to make it brown in color, so you think it's wheat. But realistically, it's not. I try to look at the ingredients in the back and hope for the best. We have food banks here in Oklahoma, and every time me and my wife, or if I go or the wife goes or we both go, we always make sure to see if we can pick out wheat bread. Now, she don't like wheat bread. She likes white bread, but she don't have to worry about it because her metabolism is actually normal. In fact, she's lost lots of weight in the time we've been married because I've kind of helped on her diet, and she's lost a shit ton of weight. It's like day and night. Me, on the other hand, I'm still working on it because the first year of our marriage, or the first couple of years of our marriage, all we ate was crap. Literally, I ate noodles every day with garlic, butter, and salt, and 3 pieces of leg quarters chicken baked. But come to find out that baking it alone is not considered healthy. If you boil the skin off of them and you boil it to get the fat out of them as well, that makes it a lot more healthier. Now, leg quarters is never entirely healthy, but it's something. When you're living off a budget like mine, that's ridiculous. You find creative ways to make your food a little bit more healthier. That may help a little bit. But diet alone is not your answer. There's also running and walking, exercises for the heart, and that's what I've been doing. I mean, today my doctor listened to my heartbeat, said sounds fantastic. My blood pressure was low; it was 118/70, or it was lowish. I was doing I was doing rather well. I'm doing rather well. The doctor says my heartbeat sounds nice and strong. He's like, your blood pressure is looking good. He says, whatever I'm doing to keep up the good work, and I told him absolutely. I mean, going from 450 to 400 it was not easy. In fact, there were a couple times where I just wanted to say the hell with it and just sit here and just do what I used to do. Just sit and do nothing. But the thing is my diet was extremely poor. I mean, I didn't eat a lot, but it was what I was eating caused the weight gain to happen and the lack of movement. But now I've took those things to a new level. I'm moving a lot more, and I made changes to my diet. I made sure I have at least a couple vegetables and a couple fruits every day. I've been eating apples because they're good for fiber, and it also helps my appetite. I also like to eat carrots, cauliflower, celery, and asparagus. Those are some of my favorite vegetables. I get those every month when I go grocery shopping. Fruits, mostly apples, yellow delicious apples, my absolute favorite. Uh, Grapes, honeydew. Excuse me. Oh, I apologize. Honeydew. Um, what else in the world of fruit do I like? Bananas. That's pretty much it. I don't like too many fruits. I like more vegetables than I do fruits. And I like tomato. I like mixing my tomato and my brown rice, and that's another thing. I've got rid of all my whites, and I switched from all whites to browns. I've already mentioned the brown, the bread, the wheat bread, oat bread, but I've also switched to brown rice, and I've also used brown sugar in my tea. I think it tastes better than white sugar. That refined crap. Everything has bad in it. But it's all about moderation, and it's all about how much you take in, and it's all about how much you move around. I mean, every time I go for my walk, run, whatever, I only burn, according to my pedometer, I think it's 279 calories. I wish I had my phone on me so I can get the exact number, but it's only 279 calories after running for a mile and a half. Not that much, but you consider that men usually intake, 1,500 calories, 2,000 calories a day, or you're supposed to, or, that. Let's be honest, that number they pull out is out of their ass. There's no scientific data that backs that up, at least not of my knowledge. I could be wrong, but a lot of people have all say that it's just a number they pull out of their ass, and that's fine. And well, that's a good number to strive for, anyways, to ingest 2,000 calories, because everything that's high in calories and high in fat and all that nastiness is going to attribute to weight gain. The people I can't understand are the ones that eat when they're upset or depressed. The ones that they go to food for comfort, or comfort food. I never understood that. When I'm depressed, I don't want to fucking eat. I'll want to drink a couple beers and just forget the day, or go to sleep, or listen to music and just, cry in my pillow, or something. Something, not eat. I don't get that. If you're that depressed, don't eat. I just don't understand that. I never could. Or I get on camera and yap at you guys when I'm depressed. Well, my depression still lingers on, but I'm just trying to live with it and deal with it the best of my ability. And and right now I actually have a pretty good mood going on with this weight loss. I'm my wife's proud of me. My friends around this and around the neighborhood are proud of me. My mom is proud of me. I was telling a few of my buddies on the cell phone, I'm like, hey man, I just got out of the doctors. I went from 450 to 400. Yay, go team. And that was scary. Just a hand. But yeah, so I'm excited about this. And I did this without anyone's help, in terms of fucking people on YouTube who think they know it all. See, that's what I was talking about. People who, on YouTube especially, think they know it all. They don't know jack fucking shit. I did this on my own, just by doing research, reading health labels, seeing how much servings, how many calories add up. Make sure I go to 2,000 a day, 1,500, depending on what I eat. Sometimes, yeah, I allow myself a day once in a while, not all the time, once in a while, to have maybe a little more, like a sub sandwich, or half a pizza, and then have the other half next day. I know guys who can eat 2 large pizzas, and they're still just big around fuckers. But so I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing. I hope most of you are well. Can't say there's anything going on. It's just the same old shit, different day. And I'm recovering from a flexoril hangover. That's why I'm talking tiredly. And I just realized it just turned after midnight. It's the 1st of March. My mom's birthday's in 2 days. She'll be 73. Yeah. Cats, gotta love them. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing. I'm gonna continue eating the chicken and the rice and doing everything in moderation and continuing my exercises. I'm thinking actually, and I was telling my wife, and she agrees with me. There's a crunch exercise that I used to do on the chair, and I think maybe if I add that to the days I'm not walking and running, just to do a little bit of something that on those days that I'm not doing it, that may actually accelerate um, my weight loss, possibly. See, I want to get down to 250 if I can. If I can. I doubt I will, but it's worth a try. You know, I got nothing to lose except my life, and, as we all know, my life is shit anyways. Who gives a damn? You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and I just got to make the best of it, so we'll just leave it at that. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Those who are struggling with weight loss, you gotta find your shtick. You gotta find what works for you. Don't listen to these assholes on YouTube. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They can tell you they're a doctor, have a PhD in fucking nutritional values, or a nutritionist. They talk a bunch of bullshit. Don't listen to them. Okay, find what works for you. And if you're on antidepressants, I'm sorry, you're screwed, hands down. Because if you I won't take antidepressants. I told my doctor I will not go on any antidepressants whatsoever because, for one, I don't like the way they make me feel. 2, they don't work. And 3, they make me gain weight. And 4, they kill my sex drive. And what's the point of just, you're pretty much taking all the joy out of life away. You're making me gain weight and making me lose, badonkadonk. Why? Why would anyone want to do that? I sure as hell wouldn't want to do that. And nor should anyone else. But sometimes, it depends on the person, obviously. It's, antidepressants will sometimes increase libido. Remeron did that to me, but it made me hungry all the time. And I even ate apples. I drink Slim Fast to try to get that appetite in control. Didn't work, because Remeron was just too strong. I won't take that anymore, though. Stuff's awful. All antidepressants are awful. I will not take any of them. And if, my doctor wants me to see a psychiatrist because of my anxiety. And while I don't agree with it, I will give it a try just to see. But I will tell the psychiatrist first and foremost, no antidepressants, no CBT. Just listen to me talk. And if that ain't enough, then no bueno. I ain't gonna do it. They can eat a bowl of these, or a bowl of those, or they can just die in a fire, whatever. I don't care. I don't know why my doctor thinks it's a good idea. Probably because my brain's all broken and shit. But I don't need to go into my whole why I think CBT and psychiatry is crap. I've been through that a million times on this channel on my discussions in here. Not needed. Y'all know how I feel about that shit. And anyone that says it helped them, then you're a fucking idiot, and I hope you die in a fire. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing, and hopefully this body will continue to get smaller and smaller, and then one day I can just have a little bit of confidence in myself and actually say, you know what? I worked hard for this, I look great, and it's cool. But even if I don't get that far, I'll get as far as I can. At least I'm moving around. Even if I get to a point where I just don't lose any more weight, at least I can know I'm not sitting on my ass and watching myself, deteriorate like I used to. But we'll see how it goes from here, guys. I'm excited, though. I actually feel a little bit, not happy, but I feel confident in the future, I guess you could say. So we'll just have to see what goes from here. It's exciting, I guess, for what it is. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and upload this. I'm probably gonna go and maybe play a little bit Diablo 3 and go to sleep. So, I hope you guys have a great night. Take good care of yourselves and each other. And I guess that's it. Alright, man. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk at you later.